God, the taste in my mouth. What are we doing? Is this Civ 5? Oh God. Ugh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Civ Show. I'm sorry, everyone. We're gonna play Civ 5. We're gonna
Why are you
play.
sorry? Civ 5 is great.
We're gonna play Civ
why are
World
you sorry?
Congress. Yeah, Civ World Congress.
We're playing with balance
The-
one, but it might not be the case anymore.
Okay, sorry. This is
Well-
Roman Holiday's version of Civ 5. No, it's not his version.
I
It's
didn't
the
make Vox
version of the
popular.
game
It was
that he
years
is-
and years of work of the
That
community.
he is
It wasn't me.
presented. Yes, that he is presenting us today. Some wacky mods that were fun to install. So I guess maybe these mods made the game like, I don't know, not the same exact game every single time. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if you can change that about this game.
Apparently there has been a lot of. I don't see. This is the thing. I actually don't know really what's going to happen. But apparently there has been a lot of changes to like tradition and tool versus wide. But there's also a lot of improvements to the AI, the UI, just the overall game, bug fixes. There's a million new game setup options.
We
so,
know you
yeah.
love your Civ 5. So we're just further to the intro. We've been tinkering and going old school. Last session of the Civ show, we played Civ 4. I like was dominating. These two got like smoked. So clearly not their game. They have various reasons why. So next in line, we'll probably go back to Civ 3. We'll go like 4, 5, maybe 6, then Civ 3. I don't know. We'll see. All while waiting for some major patch that I don't know. Maybe it already came out. I don't know. When's the next big patch coming out?
This week.
Tuesday.
It's this week.
Yeah.
Apparently, I read that they're gonna turn off the legacy thing. Like you can have that you don't. The game doesn't stop.
You should watch the big
That'll
update
be
video. It came out like 2 hours ago.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Either
Also,
way,
you can watch my YouTube short about it. I already made. It was top 3 things that they're hugely underrated in the patch. It's only 1 minute long.
Okay. All right. I'll take a look. I'll take a look for you, buddy.
Cheers.
That's a huge impact, obviously, for Civ 7. So, but also, like, man, it's like, why did you do this in the first place if you could just turn it off? So it's like one of those catch-22s. Like, do you hold your guns? Do you hold to your guns and be like, no, this is how it is now? Or do you like listen to the community and the low ratings and anyways? So
I think they really are listening to the community because like the biggest example of that really was they've got Gwen and Christy butchering her name back to do even more voice lines. So at the start when you're loading in now, she does the full narration like Sean Bean did and like the Civ 5 narrator did, which before she said like 5 words. And now she does the full narration.
That's cool. That's like one of the little things that
makes a big
difference.
difference.
Like in the end, it was I think it was the big things, and then and also when you add up the little things, it's like we don't even get to hear the amazing voice actor's description. I want her to read the whole thing, but if you want a shortened version, sure, make it a check mark, But I want the whole thing.
Exactly, yeah. And they
Yeah.
even got her to do it in on a whole range of different languages as well. So it's quite impressive, really.
Well, there you go. I'm glad that that there's things going on. I hate that we've lost, because like Civ 6, its modifications weren't so game altering. Like I think the equivalent would be, we decided that everyone hates districts, so we're gonna like have a mode where you don't have districts. Like I think that's how big a change it is to like have an option to not have the legacy on. Like, because that seemed to be like a critical part of the new game.
It's interesting because I think if you turn all legacy paths off, then there's not much point in playing because there's no more victory conditions.
Right.
But I think, but you can disable individual ones. I think that's the bigger thing because you say like economic victory in the antiquity era, it's so easy for everyone to do it. Like 20 points is so easy. But now you can disable it and it's not a thing anymore.
I guess it's. I just want to see, is it that, like, does the game stop? is that removed? Like, is it that the game just continues and it's just like all other Civs where it's a continuous
Oh,
single?
I don't think they get rid of the
They-
ages. No,
they
the
haven't gone
ages,
that far
yeah,
yet.
no, the ages are still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I read the original thing, I was like, okay,
The
I could
major
actually.
the major
see that
change
being
is
good.
that you don't have to unlock civs. You can turn that off. You can
Okay.
you can pick any civ you want when you go into the next era or the next
Well,
stage.
I will remain skeptically optimistic that that
Okay,
this
you
is
just
going to be
made up your
a
own
big
saying
one.
there. It's supposed to be cautiously optimistic, but
Nope, I am skeptically optimistic, meaning that
Skeptically
I am skeptical, but I am
good.
optimistic that something will
I think
shift.
give them more time with the current trajectory, and in like a year, in a year from when it comes, year from release, in like is it February, March, 2026? Then it'll be in a good state.
I think
A good state to build on with DLC.
I think we should reevaluate the game when after Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. So whenever that happens, that's the time they have to fix the game.
Well, yeah, that's literally in the time
That's their
frame. I
next
just
big
said
one?
like sometime next year. So
Introducing new era legacy mode in Grand Theft Auto, where you transition and you change your player and lose all your money.
GTA 6
New and
release date
improved.
is the 26th of May 2026. So that's when they have until.
Well,
So a year and a bit.
I'm playing Civ 5 right now instead of Civ 7. That's how sad this is. So let's hope that it's all
Well,
sparkly. good.
I've never played Vox Populi before, so it's just a bit of fun, yeah.
Okay, so tell us about this mod of yours that you stumbled across.
It's not mine, but it is.
I'm aware. Every
it-
mod that you present, I know most of them are not yours. I'm just going to say it's yours. Tell us about your mod.
All right. Well, I can tell you that well, I deliberately haven't learned much about it to not spoil it for myself, but
Okay.
and we're not playing with. I don't know. I don't think we're playing with the community balance. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, all I'm saying is just pick a leader and we'll play and we'll find out.
I thought we'd just all be random. So there's
No, I'm playing the Shoshone. I wanted to play the Shoshone.
Well, I wanted the Shoshone.
So,
It's so
like,
lame.
We're playing with a mod, and it's so funny that we're doing it this way because like it's been so long since I played Civ 5, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna know what the difference is. As far as I know,
think there's probably a lot of
as far as I
balancing
know,
that's
I'm
gone
playing
on, so
vanilla
just
Civ
pick
5. That's what I'm playing. That doesn't matter what the mod does.
I'm trying to remember.
It's like when I put those UI
liked.
mods on Civ 7 and you guys were just going, wow, these UI improvements are so good. And I was like, no, it's the mod. Ready up then.
Will be. Hold on. The Inca.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Pachacuti.
Wait. It doesn't say you're playing Inca on my screen. It just says I'm a Met player.
Oh, I don't know. what to
Oh,
tell you.
no. If I hover over it, it says, okay. Have you picked someone? Have you picked Bismarck, the Samus?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Of course
I
you
thought so.
did.
I just have to hover over it and then it says you have a spy, he's playing Bismarck. Why do I have to have a spy to find that out?
Good
What?
question. Okay. What the? I don't want to go to the dashboard. I just wanted to freaking watch. Nonsense. Oh my,
Oh my
god.
God, I'm in already. That took like 1 second. What the hell?
Okay, that's the
Well,
food.
You're basically playing on a supercomputer compared to when the game came out, right? So,
Fair.
oh man, I gotta change this. I can't see the
This
hexes.
game is looking nice, actually, I have to say.
Um,
What graphics am I playing on?
how do you get to? Oh, here that. What the?
Yeah, all good stuff.
How do you show? Oh, here, toggle. Okay, so resources, yields, hexes. There we go.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
it's
should
like
do that
looking
as
at
well.
a cartoon. Ugh, all right. How does this work again?
Cartoon. It's known for its realistic graphics, this game. Oh, yeah, you have to think in this game. Oh, I can't be bothered. Right.
Yeah, so
Bananas, whales, tea. Oh, tea. Monopoly bonus. That's a
Oh, it's
thing.
funny how
in
it's
this- in
not
this
telling me.
expansion.
It's not telling me like where does it recommend for me to settle?
It doesn't do that, does it? I can't remember anything about that
It
game.
it does do that, but maybe there's just nowhere good. Who knows? All right, I move my
That's an
warrior.
excellent start to the game then. Ruins discovered. Okay.
Oh no! Don't tell me I'm
Start.
spawned on like a one-tile island, please.
Let
I hope
me,
you start on a,
let me
a
show the
one-tile
people.
island.
Let me,
That'll
let me show the people.
that'll show you. That'll show you. Okay.
Well, you're the one
I'm-
who you got the. It's because of your mod. That's why. That's why it happened.
probably
So-
That's my
probably because of the mod, boys and girls. Probably because of the mod. Okay.
It's just gonna be a blame Roman holiday for everything day, isn't it?
That's every
I'm
day.
already feeling it.
It's every day.
It's like, it's bad enough I have to play Civ 5. Now I gotta play some wacky modded version of
You know
Civ
what?
5?
You know what the actual like real ending for this game? Every Civ compared to Civ 6 is. It doesn't tell you who you're waiting for to end the turn. That's what that. This one just says waiting
No,
for
it does.
players.
It does. It's Zoe. Look, he's flashing at the bottom.
Hey,
No,
look
but-
at that.
So
But no, before it would give you a big sign. Civ 6 would be like, you're waiting for this slow person to finish their turn.
yeah, but it's pretty obvious Zoe is taking. So hurry
It's
up! What are you doing?
obviously me this time, okay?
What's he doing?
Hold on, okay? I'm
It's
hurrying.
turn. It's
I'm
literally
done,
turn
there,
0.
Done. It
Oh, you
crashed.
literally crashed my. You crashed
It
my game.
crashed. It crashed. It crashed. We did all of that stuff at the beginning, and it crashed.
All right. Let's just
Okay, does it matter between Direct 9, Direct 10, Direct 11,
Yeah,
and
it
Touch?
has to be direct. It has to be direct 11. Yeah. What did you
Okay,
pick?
well, I had it on Direct 9 before.
Oh my, you idiot.
Yeah, well, I like so for the record, the game didn't work at all when I started, so I tried each one of them and none of them worked. So this time it was just
DirectX
the
9 is
one
from
at the
like
top.
2003 or something.
I don't know, isn't this game from 2003? Jeez.
No, that's Civ 4. Well, even Civ 4 came out after that. Anyway,
Well-
right, everyone, you have to make sure to delete your cache file folder before launching up the game.
Oh my fungula. All right, hold on. I'm sorry. That is redonkulous, Roman Holiday. That we
Wait, what
have to
happened?
do
I
this
didn't-
every single
I
time.
didn't.
Oh, I
make
forgot
this.
about that. The catch? Oh,
Yeah.
the cache?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm deleting it now. Alright.
Oh, guess what? It forgot to put it back in windowed mode for me.
Oh no.
So I'm going to go ahead and fix that now, too.
I'll turn this off.
Okay, so that's fixed. Let's close civilization and do your whole, you know. Delete all the cache. There we go. And let's open it up again. I do like how the opening screen is different every single time you play the game. Like
Yeah.
they have like a rotating one, the loading screen. It changes.
Mhm.
It's pretty
pretty
cool,
cool.
actually.
I have one that has Picasso, currently painting stuff.
Oh, nice.
Mine is, I believe, Shakespeare in the Globe Theater.
Oh, really? I had to restart my game to enable VSync, so I'll tell you which one is in a second.
Okay, I'm in. Holidays
Oh, we're
gonna
doing that.
read
How's
my-
everyone else in chat right now? Got a couple regulars in there.
Oh really? What are people saying? Sorry, I need to get the chat up
Uh,
on Twitch or YouTube.
on Twitch. No one talks on YouTube right now.
Yeah, not at the moment.
I see Val saying ending text.
Yeah,
that was
for
like
some reason my
half hour ago.
countdown did that when it finished. It just puts ending text for like no reason.
Ending text.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to. That's because you're supposed to change it to something that means something like.
Yeah, that website's UI was as good as Civ 7, so
Should we like assume that game is effed and just start another one? Since you have
Yes.
to delete all the cache and all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll start another one. That's fine.
It was weird starting as the Inca and not starting near mountains, because I recall that even in Civ 5, the Inca would start near mountains.
I reckon you just deliberately crashed the game, so that's why you're taking so long. You deliberately
That
crashed the game.
has
so
to
we
be
could
it.
play
That
new-
I
Eh.
deliberately crashed the game.
That is why. All right.
It's awesome. Hour into the stream.
Continents plus.
I haven't played a game
small,
yet.
quick,
No.
And
Simultaneous.
Civ 5, at least there's an excuse.
Yeah, it's a new game for relatively. Time relatively. That doesn't even make sense. What am I saying?
I'm gonna want to feel superior the next time we play a game. I say we play StarCraft 2 next time. So I just stomp on you, both of you.
Can we play a StarCraft 2 balance patch where everything you know about StarCraft 2 doesn't mean anything anymore?
What we do is we play Age of Empires 2, the definitive version, and there you go. That will be kind of like StarCraft, but still Civilization-esque.
I'm sorry,
remember
but I remember
during-
vividly that in history there were xenomorphs that built.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
They were used
The
as
historical-
sacrifices under a civilization for the predator
Yes,
race to.
Yes, of course. Back when Antarctica was still, everyone was still enjoying that tropical paradise.
Yeah.
Before the nukes changed everything,
The most historically
Ready.
accurate Alien vs Predator, man. The most historically accurate movie like ever created. So
I watched a cool documentary on, like a YouTube documentary on all the lore in the Alien series and all the stuff that didn't make the movies that would have actually explained a lot. Especially like the Prometheus movie. There was a bunch of scenes that got cut. They were like, why was this scene cut? This would have explained a lot.
It predicted me my
see-
spawns are like a million times worse than before. Like I'm in like a desert. It's terrible. Oh, so thanks, Chizzo. Before I
Yeah,
wasn't
man.
saying anything, but secretly it was decent. Like from what I'd seen so far. Like I had like 7 lecture resources in my capital.
So I guess it reversed, because this is a proper Inca start that I got. Because I
And I
actually
had tea
started
as
beside
well.
mountains.
I had tea, now I have incense. I mean, it's alright, but like, you know,
I
such
had
a downgrade,
nothing.
man. I had tea everywhere.
I had nothing.
Well,
I
yeah,
was in the middle of
It's 'cause
middle
you play
of
on
a-
DX Line. That's why.
I was in the middle of the field, not a mountain in sight, just like the true Incas.
The game was punishing you for playing on DX9. It gave you nothing.
know what?
Like you deserved.
I'm gonna say it.
Alright.
I really don't like Civ 5's UI.
I like. Oh, we are playing with a UI mod that adds extra stuff to it, so I like even more. Actually, no, I really like the styling of Civ 5. It's
No.
really nice. No, I love it. It's great.
Okay, so Civ 5, for all of its horrible stuff, did have a couple cool things that it introduced us to. The most critical is the new map going from squares to hexes, because that set the stage for strategic combat. where things like ranged actually mattered. Now you could launch.
Nice.
It crashed again.
Nice. It's your mod. It's your mod. It's gotta be your mod.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
dear.
it's got to be the mods.
Why is it just crashing?
It's right after the first turn too.
Like, we could try reloading. You know, deleting all the cache and reloading from turn 1, but I don't know. Or we remove the mods and just play the game as it is.
How does everyone feel?
I'm just looking if there's a reason why it's crashing.
Like, if
Maybe
we
you have to
remove the
delete-
mods
maybe you
and
have to-
try it.
Maybe you delete the cache after you launch the game.
No, I don't think it's that. It could have been the latest update, might make it crash. Huh. Okay. I found one that's called Old Stablist Multiplayer Pack. Alright, you should probably play that. Okay.
What I don't get. We've played Civ 5 multiplayer. It was just stable. It was fine. We didn't have any special mods or anything.
This is not a mod to... This is not a mod to make the game more stable, Zoe. This is a mod to make the game a lot better from years and years of work from people. It's incredibly
Nice.
popular. People call it like Civ 5.5. I think it was like...
Do you know what?
I think
Do you know what
Bose
makes
or
it?
something
You know
was
what makes the game better?
when you can play it.
Yeah, when it doesn't crash after for turn 1.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I
Okay,
agree.
all right.
So-
We will give yours one more try. What is it that you want me to do?
Yeah, so you have to download a different version this time. 4.
So we're removing the old ones.
Yeah, 4.19.9. You're getting that instead.
Okay, I'm just gonna post the be right back screen because I have to turn off Discord and like go to your little link and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to just remove the UI BC1, the VP UI, and the VMP, right? We're just gonna delete them.
Yeah, wait, let me just see. Mod pack has been added.
Well, either way, I'm deleting them.
Yeah, delete them.
They have proven to not work. They probably never did work.
So it's the
So
UI
Civ 5,
BC1 VP UI and map mods pack, right?
Yeah,
Remember that.
they should be at the
yes.
very bottom.
All right, now I have your new one.
Okay,
Which
is
is
it? Do you share it in the
this-
chat?
Yeah, it's this 3.10.14.
Okay.
4.19.1, I think.
Okay, 4.19.1 big pack.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, downloading.
Where is it? There we go.
All right. Well,
Unable to scan for viruses. So here we trust Roman Holiday that this file will not harm our computer.
I don't want to. What is the big pack? This is confusing.
Okay, and are
enough.
we dropping this in the same place?
Yeah, just no. Wait, give me a second. What does the big pack do?
Assets,
11.
DLC.
It's actually impossible to get this. 4.11 VPS. No.
So, chat, you like stuff?
Yeah, we'll try the 4.19.1 big pack. See if it
Okay,
works.
so you put it in the same
Alright.
place we put the last one, right?
Yeah.
And do we have to clear
Just
the
in
cache?
In assets DLC,
And delete
right?
the cache as well, of course. Yeah. All right, let's.
And it'll just live at the bottom. There's nothing else we have to do.
Wait, delete the cache.
I'm just doing it myself, then I'll confirm it to you myself.
Okay.
So, what was? Yeah, and so you want to delete the folder UI BC1?
Deleting folder.
All right, and then
What about the cache? You want us to get rid of that too?
yeah, and the cache as well. But you make sure to delete your UI BC1 folder, yeah.
UI BC1.
I don't have that in my in that.
Where
server.
where would that be?
Maybe it was me causing the issue the whole time because I might have had some old UI mod installed. It's possible.
way.
It's possible.
No way.
It's possible I installed an old UI mod and it was still there.
I think that's a. I think that the chances of that were about 100%. I don't think you've ever.
I actually.
I don't think you
said
ever-
117%.
I don't think you've ever played a Civilization game without mods.
I do.
Okay,
Well,
so what am
that
I?
was a
Are we
mistake.
deleting anything?
The cache.
We could try the latest version now that we've
No,
realized.
no,
that
we
if you
already
want.
went this way. Let's just do this.
Okay.
This
I've already had
well, yeah, we're
deleted.
gonna try.
Just
We'll
as it
try
is-
this the one last time, And
One
then-
last time.
Yeah.
and
so-
then we'll just play regular Civ 5.
Yeah, I think our viewers would like to not see just the blue screen with "Be right back" soon. They want to see some.
After
Civ
these
5.
messages, we'll be right.
All right, go back to the opening
Back.
screen here. There we go.
All right.
All right, so delete the cache. I put all the things in. Ready to be
My
invited.
games, Civ 5, cache, everything deleted. Restarting game. Oh man, I haven't heard this playlist in forever. I miss it so much. I like handpicked these songs. This is the Civ show and epidemic. Epidemic? Yeah, epidemic.
Yep, I got it playing in the background right now.
Small quick
Fraxis Gibbs.
hybrid. Okay. You can enable chill barbarians. Lol. Let's not do that.
Nice. You're gonna invite us?
Yeah. Host game. Invite. So. The Stagmus.
Joining game. Beep boop boop.
So cool
Yeah.
that Civ 5 had observer features built into the game. That's so cool.
It is presumably cool. Maybe
Presumably,
the
it is
new
cool.
Civ 7, they will be like, let's make the Civ show happy and make sure there is spectator mode
Yeah, that
as
was useful.
as a peace offering, and we'd be like, all is forgiven. Not that we're like actually angry,
No.
more disappointed. No, that's so much worse. Okay, Pachacootie, locked in. Did you guys hear that? This won't affect Rowan Holiday because he was not even alive. That Spaceballs 2 is a go, like it's in production.
I like literally
They've,
shared that in our Discord.
Signed on. I'm saying this for everybody's purpose, not just you two, because I want to talk about it. They've signed on like all the cast minus John Candy wasn't available apparently. They tried. He's not taking calls, I guess, for the last little while. Is that too soon? Too soon, Zoe! Too soon! Roman Holiday. John Candy was an actor that died time ago. In case you don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh my god, you're so freaking young.
My girlfriend probably does. She knows every single actor. I saw 28 Days Later the other day. That was a film from when I was like 1 or 2 years old. It's very good film. It's crazy. It's crazy how it's set in London as well, and it's like something that you're so familiar with, and you're like, I know that street, you know, I know that building. You're like, what the hell? And there's like a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, that actually
dark
changed
film.
the zombie
It's a dark
genre.
film.
The night 20,
Yeah.
28 days later.
Because wasn't it the first?
uh,
It was the first time the zombies were fast, and
yeah, the fast zombies. Well, because they weren't. It wasn't Rigus Mortis, right? They weren't dead. They're actually, if anything, like super alive, right? Like because it was a different sort of virus.
Yeah, it was rage or something dumb.
Rage.
Yeah, it's called-
That's
it
what
was
it's
called
called.
Rage.
Rage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It was rage, and it was just like the body would, not moving. I think that was like fine, and you weren't looking to bite things. You were just looking to vomit on them, like which was gross.
No. They do bite. It's either like bite, vomit, or if the fluid gets in your eye or your mouth.
Yeah, it's just like any physical harm to yourself will cause, and you turn like within seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, what? We got to turn one. We did turn
all
one.
is forgiven. And it crashes. No, it's not forgiven. Times
Oh,
two.
now I have to play with because I removed the UI mod. Now I'm playing it with terrible UI. I'm kind of annoyed.
It does look slightly different.
Yeah, so we're playing with some old version now, 4.19, but like, or like whatever this old version was, but oh well, it can't be that old. When was it uploaded? I'm gonna find out when 4.19 was uploaded. Details. Uploaded. Oh, 9th of February 2025. So that's not even that old, the version we're playing. It's a few months old. Alright.
So if I remember correctly, this game is played very tall, right? I shouldn't like just spam cities.
Well, that's changed now because we're playing with a balance patch, so.
Oh, well, who knows then? Who knows what we're using?
I think traditions nerfed a lot.
Old school happiness was critical. Your happiness at the top there would determine how many cities you could maintain. And I think at first it was like 5 or even 3.
No, 4.
It was a small amount. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if that's the mod or I just couldn't remember that from the game, that only scouts can actually go into ancient ruins.
That's weird.
I don't know. For some reason, my reconnaissance unit, can claim. That's right, reconnaissance. So they have to have the reconnaissance ability to claim ruins.
Is that always the case?
I can't recall, to be completely honest.
Nobody knows.
It's been years.
Alright, worker. What do I build? Monument? I remember the Civ 5 choices were
my
so
God,
simple,
I'm
but
like-
so interesting.
I'm like right beside another Civ. I'm right beside the Japanese.
Unlucky.
Yeah,
Food?
that's what it is. Lucky, because the Japanese are always a peaceful people.
Unlucky that they literally don't take their combat strength stays the same even if they're 1 HP.
Yeah, I recall something silly like that.
Of granary.
Waiting for
There's so much
players.
choice. Farming. Farming converts 25% production into food. All right. Okay. I don't know. Oh, stop attacking me, barbarians.
Yeah, barbarians. Meh, barbarians. Major victory. Don't mind if I do. Promoting a unit. Survivalism or Trailblazer? I'll take Trailblazer. Ooh, I get
My spawn
2
is,
updates.
again, not great, but it's better than it was on the second go. 1, 2. Oh, I'm out of range. I'm out of range of the fish. I think you can work. You can work 4 tiles out there instead of.
I will
in this
say,
game, can't you?
I do heavily prefer Civ 6's art style.
Really, I actually
Yeah.
quite like Civ 5's art style. It's very classical.
No.
Is that Germany? Oh no, it's the Nystagmus.
Nothing worse than a Nystagmus. Alrighty, let's go.
I'm pretty sure the mod pack adds in new resources. Like Obsidian was never a resource, and neither was Potato.
Potato!
Okay.
I just saw, like, I was watching The Simpsons, and speaking of potato, like they did like a really like stupid joke about let me just see here, sorry, Trailblazer. Okay. Like Homer was running for like sanitation commissioner or something like that, and he like crashed a YouTube concert, and
that's right.
And like he got in by saying that he was the Potato Man.
Potato Man, where have you been?
What is a Potato Man?
It's because Bono's Irish, and
yeah, I was pretty sure there was a jab at the Irish.
Oh, okay, okay.
I have formally met Japan.
I miss buying hexes.
Wow, you can't start building a settler until your city has a population of 4. Interesting.
Is that true? Crazy.
I don't know. That's what my settlers say.
Yeah, it is. It's true. It's true. What is that? Yeah.
Can't remember what my special powers are.
Can you just Wikipedia it? Oh, if you press F9, it brings up demographics. I'm first in approval, literacy, lands, GNP. Interesting.
Oh my god, I started near China as well. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, well, it's better than being by the sandwich, isn't it? Let's be real.
What am I gonna do? Nothing. That's what.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I like being by the sandwich. It's better than being by Zoe. 100%.
This is true. This is generally true. This is a generally accepted truth.
It is, yeah. A monument. Do I want one of those? No. I think what Civ 5 nails so well is that early production decisions are so interesting. Like, I feel like every building you build is so, like, monument is useful, granary is very useful. Just everything has a long term.
Everything just tastes so great.
Everything has a really interesting
like
long-term effect.
But wasn't like the one criticism of Civ 5 that like there was like one build order that was like OP no matter what?
Well, yeah, but
Uh,
when you change up the balance, then you have to find that again, and finding that again is fun.
Oh, okay. So what I'm talking about when the criticism of the game is what the developers made, not what a bunch of people on the internet did to the game.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the developers allowed it to be extremely moddable down to every single thing, so, you know.
What's this farming? Oh, okay. You can turn your food into production.
Oh no, the barbarians made a hand axe. That's kind of OP. What the hell? They're not allowed to do that.
Oh, it's doing the same thing. Your pop doesn't grow. Okay.
I'm at Brazil. Oh my
Although
God,
there is
all
something to be said too. Like, so Civ 5 was the very last Civ that I bought a hard copy.
Really, I never bought a hard copy.
Because you're a baby. And
Fair.
but yeah, so it's like the very last one that I bought a hard copy of. And so on Steam, it looks like I only played this game for like 10 hours or something like that.
I can't remember if I bought a hard copy of Civ 5. I think I did because, like, I remember getting when I got Civ 6. I think it came with all of the previous editions on Steam, or the version of it that I got had all the previous.
Oh, I forgot that Leonard Nimoy did the narration for this.
He did Civ 4. I think this one was not Leonard Nimoy. It was that dude with the very gravelly voice. I can't remember his name. His very gravelly voice. But maybe it was Leonard Nimoy that did the science. I don't know. I just remember the introduction. I was like, oh, I remember this dude.
Oh, Morgan Shepherd.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, he's like really
Morgan
famous for being
Shepherd.
a top in Civ 5, isn't he? Top. He really put a lot of effort into it. Can the hand axe go away, please? Please, no.
Somebody be mean to you?
Barbs are just OP in Civ 5 and Civ 4.
Oh wait, you can buy tiles in this game. Oh my bad, I forgot about that.
Of course you can. Wait, were you saying that were you saying that you can't?
Yeah, I just didn't see the option for it in the UI.
A big button that says buy a tile.
Dude, he's ragging on your cord.
It's not a big button. I'm also in window mode, so like I don't,
Oh, right, okay.
because I can see buildings that I can do that, and then buy tiles at the bottom over here. It's not like where the other stuff you can buy. So it's very like how no one said anything when I said I missed being able to buy a tile, and then no one said literally anything about like that not being
I was
true.
trying to
Well, I
focus
thought you
on
were,
my-
I
I was
thought you
trying
were
to focus on my
joking,
time.
or maybe tile was like slang for something.
No, surely not.
Slang for I hope Japan kills Jizo. That's
Yeah, yeah. Something
That's
like
quite
that.
good slang. I like that one.
There's a lot of things that are slang for that.
Oh, this I'm really enjoying this. This is like what Civ 5 I feel like does so well. The map is so bright. Like the tiles themselves are really bright. The jungle, the desert, the terrain. But then the clouds are so bright too. It's just so much brighter than Civ 7. Civ 7 is so much. It's dark and kind of deliberately moody, which I don't really
That
like that kind of
is
direction.
definitely a take, considering the fact that one of the things that people got mad about with Civ 5 was that it was dark compared to the other Civs before it and after it, which is Civ 6.
Well, yeah, I mean, but look at it. Like, there's nice white fluffy clouds everywhere. It's it's pretty bright and nice. It's realistic but bright, I'd say. It's not as bright as Civ 6, but that's very bright. Oh, I can work the olives or the obsidian. The olives.
Man, these barbs, they're ever present.
So what were your major criticisms of Civ 5 there, Zoe? Because I know it's not exactly your favorite version of this game.
In the end, it was just, I felt that it was just too easy to win. It was like every Civ, you could just do the same thing. Go democracy and get all the city states on board. And it was like World Congress every time won the game.
It's not true, actually.
Well, it was true for me. Worked every single time.
What was the victory you went for every time?
Basically, you destroy all your opponents by forcing them to switch to democracy, and then it's just like this. Choose however. But yeah, it was very, very easy to achieve, and just the paths were like just even having that you can use World Congress to force that the world has to change to a government and you lose everything. Like, it was devastating if someone else did that to you.
Since.
I don't know, maybe.
Apparently, the easiest victory was science victory, so it wasn't actually a diplomatic victory. It was science victory.
As I recall it, it wasn't so much that gave you like always the victory, although it became much easier to get voted to win, but it was also just so devastating to all the civs that had not chosen that path, because they lose everything. They lose all of their special abilities for being communism or being authoritarian.
True. That is very bad, actually. That's really bad. Because there were so many ideologies that you adopted.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
The whole point of ideologies was that they were like actually incredibly OP, so it changed your game a lot at the end. But yeah, fair.
One turn away from my first.
Hey, Samus, you've got a bit of a barb problem there.
Where's that?
Obviously, you know where it is. It's obvious.
You know where it is.
They're nowhere near me.
What you did.
They're closer to you than me.
You calling him a liar?
Actually, yes, I am. 100%.
Nice. Adopt a policy. These were cool. Where did I go?
Oh, I see them now. It's not that bad.
Well, he said it was devastating, so either he's wrong or you're wrong, is Stagnus. Oh, the work axe. very effective ancient unit.
Oh.
Love that, like, I've been squatting on this goody hat for a while, waiting for my scout to get there. He's almost there. He's almost there.
I forgot influence was in this game too.
It's all in there.
Well, it's not like you have. It's not, it wasn't like a currency, but it's like but it's like something you can get with like city states and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, this introduced. There's a lot of firsts, right? You got culture as its own tree, right? Through traditions. That
Wait, did you declare war on me? There's Roman holiday.
That sounds like something he would do. He went all silent, so yes, he must have.
Yeah, he stole my settler.
Oh no, he nystagmused you.
What you gotta be all silent for?
That's what it's like a little kid that, or a dog, a little puppy that knows it did something wrong.
At least it gives it doesn't give you another settler though, which is cool.
No, it gives you workers, doesn't it?
Yeah, you get a worker. Roman holiday's muted.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, sorry, my sister came in my room. That's why.
Oh.
So I'm gonna
We're
just kamikaze my entire army into your city states.
Nice. All right,
So
good.
that's-
Good. You should do that. Do that. Kamikaze!
Sorry,
That's
I
the
wasn't.
only way he'll
I was
learn
being
to
like
stagnate.
fairly quiet, but you guys were like, "He's saying nothing," and I'm like, "I'm saying stuff."
It's because you don't know how to use the mute button. It's okay. We struggle with that at times. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually betrayers. They have the
Yes.
most problem with the
Yes,
mute button.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
They
it's
are
quite a nice
betrayed
worker,
by their
actually.
own voice.
It's a really nice worker. I like it.
Let's see if I can purchase.
I'm just hearing stuff
So,
die.
what possessed you to be a big meanie? Their
Well, just
holiday.
don't leave your settler undefended, and then they won't happen.
Oh, so it's victim blaming. Okay, it's nystagmus. He shouldn't have been dressing that way. I understand. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Why was your settler wearing that shirt, nystagmus?
Actually, there's a warrior like right next to it, and he stole it anyway. So
no, it was undefended.
You got to escort. You got to have him
multiple
right in
turns.
there.
oh, I thought my intentions were pretty clear that if you did it, then I would just send just only build
Wave
military
after
units
wave.
and
Yeah.
and
Killbot factory.
yeah, that's what's gonna happen now. So it's gonna be the most expensive warrior he ever had. So that's cool.
Oh, Japan, like literally where I was gonna build. I have to attack Japan. I have absolutely no choice. I didn't want to attack Japan. They made me. Oh man, that is annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to nystagmus into them.
You know what? There was when he did that, it didn't open up like a Diplo screen at me at all.
Oh no,
No.
it was a surprise war.
No, but usually it would like the game stops and gives you like an idea that that's what happened.
Oh,
I just saw my settler disappear and then
it might be because it's multiplayer. Some
Everyone
features
multiplayer did have less features than single player.
yeah.
although that
Like,
is a
in terms
better
of, like,
change in
basic
Civ
UI
6.
stuff.
Like it's better that the settler turns into a worker. You don't get a free settler.
Yeah, I
that's-
forgot.
can
I
be
forgot that's the case. That
devastating.
actually is like, it could. You can actually mod that in Civ 6 if you wanted to.
Well, you could mod anything into anything, right?
No, you couldn't actually.
Anything into anything, right?
Shush. I'm trying to do my turn. I've got 10 seconds left. I have to choose a Pantheon. Oh no.
It's dogs like to bury old civs.
Ah ha ha ha! He's calling you a dog.
All right, Goddess of Protection. That sounds good. I need that. I need the protection.
Where's the Civlopedia in this? I can't remember. Help. Okay, it's the help screen. Inca. Units ignore costs when on hills and may cross mountains. Cities, roads with railroads may be built on mountains. And mountains produce science, gold, and production, scaling with era. Okay, all right. History lesson recalled.
I like how the AI is just doing way better than us. Like, they really
Yeah,
have improved the AI.
They're doing it. They're doing good.
And the tensions are running high on this island.
Oh man, when Nystagmus goes as quiet as he has, that's it. It's over. It is over. You are dead to him.
We'll do it. Hmm.
Okay, so I want to cast a spell.
Yeah, we'll make a Sassuolo City then. Oh.
Do 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 do. Let's take a pot shot and then take him out. Yeah. Bonus yields and Zozo. Man, the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set came out, and I love seeing Zozo references. I totally meant to post one that that the quote was like, it said whatever, and then it said citizen of Zozo, and I was like, yeah, the quote was from a citizen of Zozo. No. Got a good me bending over on the camera. Nice. 12 seconds. You guys really like running down the timer, eh?
I've gone with, they renamed Liberty to Progress. I've gone with Progress. There will be progress.
There will be progress.
Yes, yes, there will be.
Well, apparently, you did this to him.
Look, okay, look, Samus, we can calm down a bit here, you know?
Wow, he's telling you to calm down, Nystagmus.
Look, it doesn't have to be this way, you know?
I'm pretty calm. I will calmly burn your capital to the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, I apologize if you didn't think that this would cause a significant reaction on my part.
Some might call it an overreaction.
I was just testing to, see what happened. See what would happen. Don't worry though, I'm using the worker I captured from you to build a defensive encampment to keep you out, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not gonna blow up in your face at all.
He's
we didn't say that CJ Oda. Is that like Jagoda? We didn't say that. No one's saying that. We're not playing Civ 5 because of any disappointment. Except for, the disappointment.
This is my first time playing Civ 5 in literally years, so just wanted to change. And also, I've never played Vox Populi before, and it's pretty fun so far. I see they've added in like monopolies and corporations. That's so cool. It's basically like a whole DLC added to the game by modders. Fair play.
Funny that like approval ratings like right there at the top.
Oh, I'm already disappointed in this game for me.
It's what happens when somebody ruins your fun.
The barbs are giving me problems now.
I'm looking forward to this game.
I always like that pen scratching sound when you adopt a new policy.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I agree. Civ 5 has some great sounds. That pen scratching sound, the new turn sound,
Mhm.
the unit death sound. Oh, that's a good one. Like like the
I think I recall even the declaration of war was good. I think Civ 4 had like the best one, that frickin' trumpet.
See, I don't know the Civ 4 sounds as well, but you're probably right.
It was like this trumpet sounding. It was like, yeah, war.
I got too many barbs to deal with right now, so I'll probably have to leave it alone for now there, Roman Holiday.
Lucky for you, Holiday.
Oh no, are you serious? You just killed my like level 5 scout. Oh dear.
Why'd you
How
move
did
him
that
close to
happen?
all my units?
Oh no. No. No, that scout was like the most promoted scout I've ever had. Oh no. Fair.
Sounds like you should have escorted it.
Aha.
Yeah,
He,
probably
he
should have
used that against you because you didn't escort your
Yeah,
settler.
you didn't have to explain the joke, so.
Good thing I was here to explain it.
Good thing I was able to do that for you. See how I did that? I helped.
Oh damn it! That scout had like a bunch of stack promotions, so it had like +6 movement and sight. I'm such an idiot, man, for putting it there. The reason I put it there is because it had another promotion that was like 20% combat strength when outside of terrain. So I thought like I'll just move it around and it would be fine, but then it just died. It wasn't 20% combat strength for us, even for a shown scout. It's not very good. Even for a pathfinder, it's like nothing. It's still terrible. It gets one shot. Fair play.
Sounds a lot like a you problem.
You should have that play on the stream, like as a soundbite. You can
It
press
really,
a button and it plays.
the entire book needs to be incorporated into the show. It's kind of like the Ferengi book of acquisition. You know, we have we have our own book of you problems. Do 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 do. Bada 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 bada. So I slowly remember things about this game. So it's like tradition you take if you want to build tall, and then I think liberty was if you wanted to build.
As I was saying, they renamed it to
cities.
progress.
Progress. And then I think authority was like if you wanted to get your faith going. Bonus yields.
So you can corporations and monopolies. Someone has 100% monopoly on Brazil wood. That means they get 2 culture from resource tiles. That's OP. What the hell? If you have a monopoly in Wales, you get 10% science in all own cities.
That's right. I remember. Wait, no, monopolies. Is that new?
I was actually talking about this. I literally said this, but you weren't listening. It was added in. It was added in by mods.
No. Yeah. No. I was listening. But I was just reflecting. It's like, yeah, I don't think there was corporations and monopolies before.
It's so good actually. It works well. It's actually incentivizes you to actually take parts of the map and stuff. One second.
I got a lot of copper near me.
All right. Hello.
Hello. Hey, I'm gonna propose something to you there, Roman Holiday.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Can I unready? What? All right. Waiting for players. Your items. All right. Yeah, I accept it when the turn rolls over. I'm willing to be not a dickhead all the time.
Magnanimous.
We'll work together to defeat Zoe. That's that, for a common cause. Do you want me to come and help defeat the barbarians? I'll help you with that.
I'm okay, but I think it should be okay.
Oh, oh my god, the barbarians have a settler.
Yeah, they have my settler. That's what happened.
Wow, that's terrible, dude. You're losing settlers left, right, and center.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset about this game so far. I didn't even move them like out. I just had it next to my city. I didn't see the barbarians around the mountain. I was waiting for my slinger to be ready to escort them. I mean, if you want to weaken them up and not let me steal back my settler, I'd be happy with that. But
that's what I'm trying to do. They might just kill me, which is the problem. If I was being an absolute dickhead right now, I could just take the settler and then take it for myself.
If you want to do that, you can.
I won't do as long as you promise. I want to settle on this natural wonder. Is that right?
Which one?
Eldorado.
I wanted that. I'm way closer to it. Yeah, that's literally within Zoe. It's within 5 tiles of my capital. He wants to settle it.
But I don't have any other space other than
that's
going south.
That's kind of rude.
All right, fine. I'll settle on it just north of it. That was the plan anyway, to settle north of it. But then we could expand to that tile eventually.
I wanted to settle the iron that's next to it, which is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles from my capital.
I don't think I've discovered iron. Yeah, I haven't. You have to get bronze working for that.
I have nowhere to settle either, man. So
We got Japan boxing me in, but gotta like fight them, I think. Can't believe we didn't put timers on. This is a Roman holiday here.
There is a timer on this. There's 20 seconds.
Oh, there is. You're right.
Think before you speak.
Nah, shut up.
Alright, automate the builder.
Ooh, I get a Pantheon. Fancy, fancy.
Excuse me. Someone built the pyramids.
Did they?
Looks like it.
Trying to remember what I used to do for the Pantheon.
It's a difficult decision.
Fruit plantations from smoke gases. Oh my god. Sure, let's do this one. Do 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 do.
What I'm forgetting your settler back.
Wait, sorry, what?
I said, what I'm forgetting your settler back.
They might take it right back with the warrior there.
I don't know.
All right, if you really want to settle El Dorado, you can do it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
I can settle south, I guess. I have a couple places.
I'll
for
send you
cities
some
there.
gold as a kind gesture. Just trying to help you kill those lost barbarians.
How do you escort? There's no link up.
Should be.
Yeah, where the heck is it? So weird.
I don't know. I have two units that are on top of each other, but they have both moved. I'm guessing it's in the combat menu. But maybe the mod removed it because it wasn't helping.
Not the old-fashioned way, I guess.
Maybe there is no link up. Maybe the link up is the friends we made along the way.
I forget they have the We Love the King Day. If I settle on Salt, if I connect Salt to my trade network, I'll get a We Love the King Day because my citizens
neat.
demand Salt.
Wonder if
To be
my
fair,
citizens
Salt
are
is
demanding
pretty
anything.
good. Liberty or expertise.
Pardon me. Where do you see what your citizens demand? Fine, ignore me.
So I was just selecting a policy. I'd have to think about that. Where do you see what they demand? I just got a notification, but I assume if you have a happiness, it'll tell you probably. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't tell you there actually. It tells you somewhere.
We're pretty sure it tells you somewhere.
Wait till you get a notification. That's what I say.
Pedro built the Great Library.
I forget when you build a wonder, you don't have to pick a tile to put it on.
No,
That's
there
so
aren't,
weird.
you don't build on tiles. You can
That's
build
so
terrain
weird.
improvements.
That makes it kind of easier to think about, to be fair.
What
Oh,
everyone-
the Pedro, man. Like, I was going to build that, but you can't build it because you had to have 4 policies. You had to have 4 policies unlocked if you wanted to build a Great Library. And I only had 3, so I couldn't build it. And then
I
Pedro
do-
went and built it. Pedro has to be stopped, man. Is he the guy that has
I do
306 score?
recall Great
has to be
Library
stopped.
being good.
Yeah, he has to be
Well,
stopped.
he's on my continent. And I am gearing for war.
Yeah, get rid of him.
I just gotta... My economy's kind of stalling right now, so I gotta get my gold going. So I can upgrade these units.
So I think the AI actually has been improved by quite a bit by the AI patches. Like, because they have full access to every bit of code of the game, they can actually really properly code the AI to be quite clever. It's been good, really good so far. So
I've been
Fair
dating my AI for weeks.
okay,
She's very witty.
you should watch that film I mentioned. What was it called? But where they date the robots. What is that? What it's
Her?
called?
Her? H-E-R? Her?
No. It was like one recently about robots. I mean, her is probably
Oof.
similar.
Oh.
Robot love film. Recent.
Robot love film. You don't want to know what comes up.
Yeah, that's not supposed to actually. Okay, I'm asking ChatGPT to try and find out. Remind me what it was called.
Oh, my goal. I gotta get this trade open.
Oh yeah, it's called Companion. Yeah, that was good.
Companion.
Yeah.
Well, it's a real thing, man. People dating machines.
Basically, it's like the premise is that you could like pay for these companions, and they would be like, and and you could program them to whatever you like, and but they would be
Futurama
like,
covered it.
well, yeah, it's literally that. Is that they would be like your girlfriend, and they will whatever, and they wouldn't know. It's crazy.
That is kind of, is that any
So basically what
different
happens
from
in Companion is, like-
pornographic material?
Well, it's crazy, yeah. I mean, what happens in Companion is like by the end, like it's revealed that like half the characters were actually in fact robots, but they didn't know the whole time. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I like those kinds of movies. I might take a look.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I watched I've been on a bit of a 28 days binge recently because I wanted to watch the first 2 before I watched 28 Years Later. So I watched
Right.
28 Years Later last night with my friend, and but I also watched 28 Days Later and most of 28 Weeks Later.
Mhm.
Have you seen any of those? Have you seen 28 Weeks Later?
I've
as well?
seen the 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later.
28 Weeks Later is pretty cringe, man. It's not
With,
actually by Danny. It's not actually by Danny Boyle. He wasn't actually available to direct it. He was busy making another film. So
I
that's
like
probably
the
why it's
actor in
not as
that.
good.
What's his name?
Or the Scottish guy. Or
Yeah, the cartel, or I can't remember his name.
yeah, he's good. He's good actually. He looks
he
a bit like
was-
David Tennant or something. That guy.
It's not. Well, I like David Tennant. Everyone likes David Tennant. You can't not like David Tennant and be my. If you don't like David
Yeah,
Tennant,
yeah.
I can't be friends with you. It's just that simple.
No, I love David Tennant. I used to watch Doctor
Are
Who,
you
and
saying you don't like David Tennant?
Doctor Who back in the day when he was Doctor, it was just like
He was the Doctor,
the other
yeah,
day I
he's-
turned on YouTube or something, and there was a whole episode of Doctor Who from back in the day, like when they
Nice.
had this hospital and like there's like an outbreak and everything, and I
Yeah.
ended up just watching the entire thing, and it was so good. I thought he held up so well to today. I was quite impressed.
The David Tennant era is really good.
It was like this. It was almost kind of zombie related actually. It was like this
It
episode
was,
where like, they
it
were
was
like
new,
this.
the new New York, or whatever. New
Yeah,
York in the future.
yeah, that one. Yeah. And they have this like secret infected, but they're keeping it a secret or something.
Well,
That's
and it was
amazing.
just like, we make people well by basically creating people to be disease hosts.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. That sums it up really. I've built so many units to defend from the Southwest, and then we just made peace. So I have this huge army now just sitting here. What am I gonna do with it?
Let's get this Zozo switched to gold. Try and level out this economy of ours.
I might be in favor of continuing this game if we play it again. You know, it seems quite fun.
Mm, Stranger Things. Stranger things have happened.
I feel like the Samus and I have quite a bad spawn. We were on this really like thin, snaky bit of land with no space. Are you gonna go the Samus? Are you going like tall then? Is that your plan?
No, I just settled 2 cities in a row. I just promised
Are
I
you gonna
wouldn't
go
settle.
tall? Are you gonna?
No, I settled. Like, I have more cities than you now, I think.
Yeah, you do. It's because I spent on my production building units.
A unit was killed. Uh-oh. No. Well, at least that made my economy work. That brought my economy into the red, or into the black. It was a noble sacrifice.
Yeah. I guess tall in terms of like compared to Civ 6. I think I'm only gonna build these like maybe 3, maybe a 4th city max.
That's the thing about Civ 5. You don't need to go
No, yeah, you don't. In
wide.
fact, like,
are you
that
going
was,
tradition?
like, India's big thing. You could have like
Oh yeah, if you're going
3
tradition, you
huge
need like
cities.
4 or 5 cities. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna try and play wide because I always play Civ 5 tall, so I want to just change, you know, see what happens.
Yeah, like I said, I promise you can have El Dorado. That's fine.
Cheers, thank you.
I'm not really in a position to tell you no, so.
Japan just sent me an insult.
Thanks.
Very well, Japan.
You got
Just to let you
insulted.
know, we think you're pathetic. Wow.
Does
Why
it
don't you
actually
tell
say
me
that?
what you really think? Yeah. That's basically what they did. Fortunately, River of Joy, the city that's close to Japan, has been building city walls for a little while, and it's about to finish. And I also built it across from a river and on a hill because I just did not trust Japan.
No, man, I miss having workers that can just do stuff without doing charges.
Yeah, this was the last game. Like, but the cost was that it would take time, right? Whereas,
It was back before the workers
Civ,
got made it unemployed.
yeah, Civ 6, it was instantaneous, but it was charge based.
I didn't mind Civ 6. That was fine.
Yeah,
I think
remember
with
Civ 6.
with workers where they're going all the time, you have to have a really good automate. Because as you guys were
Yeah.
saying, that Civ 4 automate was really good for workers. Like it was actually quite intelligent. It's just funny when they're an automated, just doing the most random stuff. Like what's going on?
What are you up to? Lead. Jade. Like that I have lead. I remember this too, that the strategic resources was a city could have, an iron deposit that was 2, but there's ways to make that higher, I believe. Or like mining it made it higher.
Right. Okay. Declared war on Manila, the city state.
Workboat. Get a workboat going.
Oh, you declared war in Manila?
Yeah, but just so they can steal their worker. Hopefully it will pay off.
Yeah, you like to steal
might
things that don't
die.
belong to you, do you? Seems like a trend.
Ooh, China just asked me to be friends with them. Okay, China. Me and China are pals.
Yeah.
China's still cool. You pay later.
Interesting. So archers have 2 promotions. So 10% combat strength when attacking for both of them, right? One of them 10% combat strength when attacking for units that are above or below 50% HP. One for above 50% HP. So you have to decide whether you want your units to be good at attacking low HP cleanup units or high HP units. Maybe you can have like 2 archers, one that's good at weakening them up a bit, and then one that's good at finishing them off. Interesting. In this case, I'm gonna do above 50%, I think. Barrage.
Oh, they
Yeah,
want us
right.
to declare war on Japan together? Give us
Oh,
10 turns
so
to prepare.
this smart AI is...
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
I am all for us declaring war on Japan. I just need my economy to stop being garbage. Okay,
I
there's a
forget
trade
you have to
route.
have you have to have a work boat instead of a worker
Yeah,
to work the fish.
yeah.
That's really weird. Oh,
I need more gold. All right. Is there any way? Yes, I accept. Whew. All right. Economy saved.
Yeah, this game has like a tourism victory. It's weird that Civ 7 doesn't have one, but this does. That's gonna be interesting. We'll find out if that's viable.
How interesting is it?
I picked a terrible Pantheon because of the Stagmus. I picked the healing one, which is basically
Nice.
a healing your own territory one, which is useless for me for the rest of the game. Damn. Bro, oh dear.
You want to go to war? Because I promised my friends I would.
That's some nice yields in Berlin though. This time you've got 8 food in your capital. You got so much food in your capital. You got a little like
He probably
bread,
went
like
tradition.
apple basket. Yeah, that's why. Well, my capital only has 2 food, and yours is 8. What is this?
I went tradition as well. I like tradition.
Yeah, so I like tradition as well, but I just haven't picked
You-
it.
you wanted to be different.
I used to pick it every time for like
Every time you picked it.
1,000 times in a row, so I'm not
1,000
gonna do
times
that
every
again.
time. Now you just you want to be different. You want people to know you for something different.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
My economy's not doing so hot.
You can try selling resources to AI.
I haven't met any yet.
We haven't met any AI.
Oh,
And there's nobody here.
they're
Well,
all
it's
over
just a
here.
Stagmus
There's
and I.
3 AI with me. Oh man, workers are so slow. Was that part of progress? Was your workers got faster? Yeah, plus, oh, you can build more
Yeah,
workers,
yeah,
and they have
on
more
Liberty,
movement.
Yeah, you get a free worker and you get 25% speed. Oh yeah, and you get more movement as well. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna propose something to you.
Yeah, sure. 10. Do you have 2 gold? So you give me 10, and I give you 2 gold a turn. All right, fine.
He needs help, buddy. You
fair.
gotta be. You're his best friend. You owe him.
It's just so that I
Yeah,
don't.
I was just want-
It's
I'll
just so I don't
double-check
go
the
into the
deal first.
negatives. If I'm in the negatives right now. I'm trying to improve my tiles as quickly as possible so that I can build
Not
more
be
gold.
bankrupt.
It's gonna happen. I have 3 workers now. Very hard at work, and one of them is going to start building roads. So that's good.
Yeah, it's really important to build roads to connect your cities. The trade networks are very critical in this.
Oh yeah, that was a good point.
Although now they take forever.
Everything.
I miss, man. I miss traders just building roads like there's nobody's business.
That was a neat feature of traders, and it was more like it was less that they're building a road, and just like this is the natural, like what happens when people walk back and forth, along the same path for years and years.
I got a great person. Okay.
Nice.
That's cool.
What are they
What
gonna
type?
do? Let's see. Hurry production. Nice. Wait. I asked you. Okay. Worker, I want you to build a road to this
What?
city. So do
Listen
it.
to what
and-
I'm saying.
And don't ask me like every single time to build the new tile. Like what the like
You want me to?
Oh, no. Can't you just select like build road and you click on the map to build it to and it starts
yeah,
building, right?
but when I did that, when it finished the road on one tile, it asked me for more information again.
That's not supposed to happen. Oh dear.
I'm gonna blame the mod, and
It's probably the mod.
Fair enough.
Let's be honest, everybody. Mods break games. They don't fix them.
yeah, but I got myself my I'm
Civ
losing
5
gold
nostalgia.
again. Why?
Did you just build a building?
Nope.
Did you build a building? Build a unit? Did a section of road get destroyed?
A section of road got built.
Did a population go up? Maybe your paying more. Or unhappiness.
Yeah, my
All of-
unhappiness
all-
did go up. Yeah.
All that,
Yeah,
that
once I build the
that's
road, though,
yeah.
it should be fine because I'm gonna start connecting my cities. I think that lowers unhappiness, right?
I believe connecting cities is an important part. Yes, because you're like you count, you matter, and you share stuff, like stuff that makes people happy. We need things to help us go.
I love how they handled the Packlets and like
Oh man,
in,
they're like the number
in the
they're
lower
the number
decks.
one enemy. Yeah.
So
But
funny.
like they show them as like, yes, they are dumb, but they're like super. They must be like intuitive that they like at least they know like these are the things we have to do to succeed. And they do it. They just do it poorly. Like they're still able to like merge all this technology together and.
To be
through
honest,
their
like,
stupidity, like that's a natural defense. If you're dealing with the Federation, being dumb, like if that outwardly, like you can get away with all sorts of stuff, and they did.
Well, I thought
Yeah,
that was the point of that episode, right? That they obviously
Yeah.
underestimated them.
It's like
'cause
they told you what they were doing.
Yeah, they weren't actually dumb, right? Like
Yeah.
they just sounded kind of.
I really liked how this is above my helmet.
Yeah. I don't have a big enough helmet for that.
And they finally get to the end. Revolution!
Or they blew up their own planet to like frame.
Yeah.
I like when the Klingon captain, he was like, "Yes, we've met many times." He's like, "We need another bomb." He's like, "What? We tested it and it stopped working. It's a bomb. You can only use it once."
And we tested it and it stopped working. Oh man. I love that show. It is honestly, I think it's the best Star Trek, other than maybe Deep Space Nine. It's like the best Star Trek.
Well, I wouldn't say best. It's good it's really good at what it's trying to do, which is like be kind of like because I did hear one person who's like a big Star Trek fan. I was talking to them. They were saying that the one thing that turned them off on Lower Decks, not that they didn't like it, they do like it. It's just that they don't like you. Even if the wacky stuff happened in Deep Space Nine or Next Generation, you still felt they were professional. But like in the cartoon, they're not very professional, right? They're they're pretty.
Well, but like they do like so the Cerrito class of ship. That's the common like we got a bunch of ships that aren't super fancy, and usually you have the best crew. They're gonna be on good ships. The Cerritos class is not it's not super special. It's there's lots of them, so your crew's gonna be kind of not the greatest. Ooh, a smokehouse, nice.
That's new added in by the mods. You can tell. It's pretty cool though. Okay, I may have got a bit excited and declared 1 minute again. But,
Yeah, it looks like you
it's
did.
alright.
I saw that.
On who? On Nystagmus?
No, Manila.
No, you got excited there for a second. So I heard the excitement in your voice. That you're so excited by the infighting. On the
don't know.
Stagmus? Yes.
I
Yes,
don't know
fight.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to connect my city's trade networks.
Oh, I meant Brazil.
Oh no, Angkor Wat's been built. We're being
Also makes
destroyed
sense that
by AI.
Brazil has Brazil wood. They have a monopoly on Brazil wood, which is
That is funny.
It was Brazil that had that. That was hilarious.
Doesn't that
Oh,
just make sense?
you completed Petra. I was one turn away from doing that.
Wasn't
I've
me.
been putting that I've been putting that for like 24 turns. So
Oh wow!
24 turns. he's-
I even burned a great person to do it.
oh, that would be so jarring if I lost it to your great person charge.
So yeah, the workers asked
I
me
had a
again,
friend.
like, build this road to this city, please. Like,
Yeah,
don't-
it's happening to me as well. Yeah, I think.
Just do what I said the first time.
What did Oh, he wants to give me an MC. Okay. I'm last place in this game. Awesome.
Yeah, but at least it's not like your last place where you're like 500 behind first place. You're like, I don't
It's
know if
quite a
can you guys see
competitive
the AI yet?
Well, we can see the scores, but nothing about them.
Yeah. So like, yeah, you're at 234, but China is at 404. Like, you're not that far behind. It's not like
Man,
a difference of 500.
You know what? I take it back. I don't want these roads to take forever to build. This is.
I need them now. I need them yesterday.
Yesterday. It's a good saying. Pending diplomacy. Oh, I met Japan somehow. Trade.
Nice.
What do they have? Accept embassy. What do you want for this? Your items. It's 1 gold a turn. 6 gold. What does accept embassy even do? Anyone know?
Except what?
Embassy.
Oh, it reveals the location of
It
the capital.
reveals the
Yeah,
capital.
you know what?
Yeah.
I'll do that for a little bit of gold. 1 horse for 30 turns. Yeah, right, fine. Right, where is he? Oh, what, he's miles away.
Oh, am I at
He's
war with
absolutely
Japan?
miles away and has like he's tons of yields. What the hell? He has a 7 food tile and a 6 food tile, just casually, just like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's just casually winning the game. That's
Do
what you're
you?
supposed to
I
do.
can't remember. This one here is still you still need roads connecting resources, right, to your cities. You can't just go and mine them. Pretty sure you still need a road.
Well, I don't know actually. No, you can just put citizens on them.
No, I don't think you need a road. No.
Okay.
Yeah, you just put a citizen on them. Right, I'm sorry, but like, it is annoying to me that it takes forever to build this road. Dig faster.
These builders are way slower. Like, and I think it's because we're so used to like even last week.
Mine
you
are a
know?
bit faster because I invested in it. You know, more movement and
that's
production
fair.
speed.
That's fair. That's the path you chose. That's the legacy
Yeah.
you went with.
It is.
Well, what happens?
He went because he took progress. His guys
Or
work faster.
liberty as it used to be known as. Yeah. They want my olives. What? 2 gold a turn for my olives. No. Refuse.
It's a very interesting game so far. I'm gonna try to not be last place.
Well, I'm gonna start attacking Japan, so you know you'll go above them.
How do you befriend a city state? I haven't played this game in years.
If you click on them, you can send message to them. Like you could do diplomatic missions, pledge to protect, ask for, you know, that kind of stuff.
Do they have quests though? I know no one has a quest.
Now you can go to, so I can go to Manila, right? They're my friends.
None.
And so
oh,
I go to
Valletta has a quest.
Yeah, you can give them 200 gold, give them a unit, all that stuff.
I think if you meet them first, you get.
That's outrageous. Valletta's quest is to conquer Wittenberg, and Wittenberg's quest is to conquer Valletta.
Nice.
They hate each other so
They
much.
clearly do not get along.
You know what? I might be able to arrange that. Which one do
I'll
I
take
like
sides.
the least out?
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready to make that commitment. I will take
You know,
sides.
Valletta looks quite a nice city. You know, I might take that. It's a militaristic. Oh, I want to keep hold of a militaristic city though. So I might take. I might get rid of Wittenberg. Yeah, it's over for you.
So I think I might try going to progress instead of tradition.
You can
switching
switch
over?
up mid-term. You don't have to stay one way.
Midterm.
Mid-term.
I
switch
forgot
it
you
up.
could do that. Yeah. That's why I'm going. That's why I'm going.
You
That's
just
why I'm
there.
going.
You know, you get a reward for completing it. But yeah, I
Yeah,
recall
Yeah.
I used to go between tradition and liberty, the ones that I needed for early expansion.
I'm gonna send all the ships to Wittenberg. Lighthouse. Lighthouse forms city connections with other cities via water if they also have a lighthouse. Oh, nice.
Oh, you have a caravan. Cool.
Yeah, I'm trading with you.
Oh yeah, I got a trade route I can start. How much do those cost? $130. Can't. Oh, you gotta have a commissary first. All right. I'll get you a commissary. I'll get you one commissary. Japan is below Nystagmus.
Oh, there you go. How's the war with Japan going?
They're getting their butts kicked by the Chinese right now.
Oh, the Chinese are attacking them.
Like I told the Chinese I would join the war in 10 turns. I don't think they've actually formally.
It's quite cool how
asked
we
me
have
to
both
yet.
Japan and China in this game. It's quite funny. Here's the third one.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
Brazil.
Brazil.
But yeah, 28 years later, such a weird film. It's so weird. It's the weirdest film I've ever seen.
Why is it?
Is it on a streaming platform now, or
No, it's in theaters. I
No,
think.
it came out in cinemas
it's
a
in
few days
theaters.
ago.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so unusual. It's like Danny Boyle took like LSD or something before he made it. Like the whole time, like so what happens is it's like 28 years later, and it focuses on like some Scottish Highlands where like there's like this island somewhere you can only access when the tide's down a certain amount. So these people have survived on this island, but because like they've been there so long, like society's regressed, and like there's this 12-year-old kid it focuses on who like doesn't know what like smartphones or like a GP is anymore or anything like that.
Right.
Because he's like lived in this new world where they have like bow and arrows and drink beer and stuff like that. I'm not sure where they
Right.
would get all the beer from, to be honest.
I mean,
Well, beer is
But,
one of humanity's oldest inventions, right? Like,
well, yeah, I guess so, yeah. But like they do dumb stuff like go hunting in the mainland to like practice their ability to shoot the zombies with arrows, and they're like new zombies, new mutants now. They're like fat zombies and like alpha zombies, and it's really strange. But
it's almost like
I
it
just-
turned into Left 4 Dead.
Well, yeah, literally, yeah. But I think the thing that makes it so weird is that like it's just not really a zombie film at all. It's more like a coming of age 12-year film about this 12-year-old.
All
That's
zombie movies are coming of age. Okay, that's what the underlining theme is. Not
I
really.
don't know. No, not really. No, no. I wouldn't say 28 Days Later was a coming of age film. But yeah.
Okay, so no, you don't need to connect them. Okay, good to know.
yeah, you may say they just connect the cities.
Just to experiment, but like it, having a road, if you want, it will make things faster. But yeah, roads cost money, right? You have to. They cost 1 gold each. They ain't cheap. Powering these roads, keeping these roads on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they cost money. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, 1 gold each. They're expensive.
That's nuts, man. I built these roads for no reason. I should have just built a
You
lighthouse.
can destroy them.
I'm building all these roads for like no
Can
reason.
destroy
I should have literally just built a lighthouse, and then I wouldn't have needed the road. Damn. Well, I didn't know that, so oh well.
Well,
Thank you for
everyone's
that
laughing at you,
information.
so because of that one poor decision.
No, people know that the way you learn is by making mistakes.
Mm-hmm. It really is. It's funny. I had an interview where like the one question I messed up. It was about, talking about innovation, and
Yeah.
because I tried to cite like a specific project, but like the mistake, and I don't think it would have actually mattered, but the mistake that I made was like by citing a specific project, like that's not for myself. I am an agile project thinker, and I use like a design thinking strategy for like everything I do. So like I am literally how I work is innovative because I utilize the test, measure, learn, always. Everything I do the first round, I just do it. What is it? Okay,
Yeah.
Here we go. And then what worked, what didn't work. All right, let's get it better. Let's get it better. And you have to do that always. And organizations that claim, oh, we're innovative, if everyone in the organization is more or less not on that same mindset, they're not innovative. They're not an innovative organization. You have to
Makes
be
sense.
able to
Because
fail.
they're not actually getting feedback to
You're not-
what
yeah.
could be improved,
Yeah.
what's gone wrong.
And
Yeah,
it's in hindsight, it's very frustrating when I can start to think of like, well, actually, I think there's lots of things that that to even ask that question, like, are we doing this and this, like that's innovation. And if we're not, then okay, So yeah, I for next time if I'm ever asked that question, I will know what to say.
Enemy is near. But yeah, I mean, 28 years later reminds me of like the White Walkers in Game of Thrones. That's what it reminds me of almost. Like the
Right.
kind of like it reminds me when they go north of the wall and like they're like the White Walkers. It's really eerie. There is a few zombies around and like and they're incredibly scary because they can overpower you easily. So you have to kind of hide from them.
Like, so something I've always enjoyed is the zombie movie or the type of movie where you know, this is how society has adjusted. Like the initial shock is done, and now we are several years later. So like Day of the Dead, great example. Day of the Dead was a movie where it took place like long after, like several years after, you know, the like 20 years or something like that. And right, it's like we're not dealing with it anymore. This is the world we live in, and how has that made people? And like obviously everyone's skill sets have changed, and people who you know, the raiders can make a lot of money, but it's like ultimately they're not living in a great life because it's, you know, there's still the old human tendency to have that people in power are the ones that are not actually taking the physical risk. You know, they're sending others out, and at others' expense, they're able to become quite wealthy. It starred like Dennis Hopper was in it.
That's an interesting plot.
It was interesting.
Because that happens all the time where people make other people do the dirty work. Like, you know, a lot of companies like
literally get your money working for you. That's what that means. You know, get your money working for you.
Makes sense. Yeah. That's a good phrase. Yeah.
And it's
when you have like an investment that like just makes money for you. Yeah.
When you are in that position where if you have a, you know, a reasonable business model, and you're able to spend money, and for every dollar you spend, because you have staff and the staff are doing the thing that you need them to do, you're making money off that staff, and that you're basically set. If you have a functioning way of doing that, and this is human history, right? Like those that have been able to organize labor and get other people to do the thing that they want them to do and make a profit as they go, they're able to get ahead because they're able to get more money and get more people working for them. Like, I'm simplifying it, you know, no doubt, but like effectively that's what it is.
It's basically Civ 5.
Yeah, basically it's Civ 5. Sure. If you like.
I mean, heavy snowball effect, right?
Things do tend to snowball, yeah. That's why, like, it's the strength of a franchise, right? Is if you know, you went and buy a franchise, it's an already tested, tried and true business model, right? So as long as you have some basic business acumen and, you know, you don't deviate too much from it, you'll make that initial $500,000, $1 million investment, whatever, and you're more or less guaranteed to make it back because, like, a McDonald's or, you know, whatever, they have a tried and true business model.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, McDonald's is about as tried and true as it gets.
Well, it's the same thing like with property ownership. Is once you become a property owner, especially if you can get renters under your belt, you know.
Yeah, that's one of the
people
worst
like
ones,
to property owner. Oh, I got to do all this stuff, and renters are terrible. And it's like, yeah, no. For almost everybody, if you own property, you're in a very
the worst thing is that
position.
landlords always complain that it's so much work being a landlord. It's like, no, it's not. You literally have to make a couple of visits a year to double check or something, and that's it. I can't believe landlords actually complain that. Like, they're bringing more like legislation to landlords in the UK, so they actually have to like upgrade the energy efficiency of houses and stuff like that. They make sure they're not like an E-rated house for energy efficiency. And everyone's complaining, being like, "Oh, it's so much work for landlords. You have to insulate the houses."
There are you know, the other side of the pendulum does exist, that there are indeed people who are professional at ripping off landlords. There are people like that, you know. But overwhelmingly, once you're in a position of property ownership, you are in a different classification of human. The advantages that you have are far outweigh those of everyone else that have to rent.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And it does suck. Like, I had a conversation with somebody who, like, because it was like Nystagmus who, you know, brought up this really good point that, like, the problem with property is that, you know, for housing, the housing crisis, that, like, the issue is that we take these things, dwellings, their intention is to be lived in, and we make them assets, and we make them something that to invest in. And that is a contradiction to what, you know, what housing is supposed to do, because if people aren't living in it, well, what's the point, right? But it's like, well, no, it's an investment. So those are you do not want, if you are a homeowner, there are certain things that happen in society that you don't want, like anywhere near your property, anything that could decrease your property value. You don't want that. You don't want that everybody has a house. Okay, you went and did everything to get your home. You want to keep its value up. You do not want to lose value.
Yeah, that's so true.
And unfortunately, a lot of the problems in housing, like, we say things like, oh, well, we need 100, you know, we need 300 million, or sorry, 3 million houses to make housing affordable. Okay, great. Who makes the decisions? Most of the time, they're going to be people who own houses. They don't want a bunch of houses flooding the market. They don't want the value of their home going down because it's a commodity. Like, everybody, oh, there's houses all over the place. They don't want that. So it is this weird contradiction, and I don't think there's I don't think there is an answer that doesn't result in having to rip off a very painful band-aid that we're not ready to do. If I've explained that okay.
True. Yeah.
My whole point was, you know, people talk about economic systems and stuff like that, but the main problem that we've done, and even like the godfather of capitalism, Adam Smith, wrote about this, is that markets work best when things have flexible demand. When someone has inflexible demand, then it's bad. You know, it can cause a lot of problems. And these are examples like housing. The other example would be something like healthcare, right? Because, again, the markets can only become more efficient if people can actually say no to the product, right?
Right.
Like, for healthcare, yeah, people say, like, oh, you have your favorite candy bar, right? Your favorite candy bar, say it's a Mars bar or something. All right, would you buy it still if it was $5, $10, $15? Now, if you're diabetic, how much would insulin have to cost before you would rather die than buy it, right? And so some things that have inflexible demand, it's just you can't really build efficiencies into the market with that, because the people who need it don't. It's not that they don't say no; it's that they can't say no.
They can't say no,
right?
And that's not demand, or that's not a want, rather, right? Sorry, that is demand, but that's not a want. That's a need, and needs are different than wants.
And so, housing is another one, because you need housing. People need a place to live, right?
Yeah.
And so it's really difficult to build that into like a kind of system in which, you know, works in a free market society. Just because, you know, if the person can't say no, then, you know, there's a power dynamic that's really offset.
Oh, you could say no, and the result is you're now homeless. And I think that's what the, I don't know what type of philosophical mindset that is. I don't know, Malthusian, of decrease the surplus, like, just go on and get dead. You know, you have a choice. You can either spend $100 on a vial of insulin, or you can die. Well, then get busy dying if this is an issue. These are the rules I go by, and it's just there's a cold, like, apathy that doesn't acknowledge that, you know, it doesn't acknowledge the privilege of your situation. And that even, like, if you have lots of money, you literally have a bunch of past captured labor, right? That the reason it has value is because a bunch of people have done a bunch of things and worked and done. Like, that's why it's there. And now you can go and trade that for whatever you want. But that's because we all trust that money should be able to do that. And, you know, it has value because we all use it. And not just because you're really frugal or really good at something. I don't know. There's I think it sucks that folk don't understand how critical everyone that's not well-to-do is for making, you know, the economy actually work and money actually mean something. Because if money didn't mean anything, I would hate to see what happens to folk that have lots. But as long as we perceive there's something to lose, right? There's something to lose, so we want to abide and, you know. I don't know. There's a coldness to it that just, I don't like.
Oh, China. Oh, some olives for some gems, China. Nah, 2 gold a turn. See, the Samus is friendly. He'll do the deal. I know he won't. He doesn't have his spell luxury.
Do domestic. Okay.
China. Look how well China's doing. So you've let China invade Japan, and now China's destroying everybody.
Like, there's not really anything I can do. China's actually their start position is really fantastic.
Oh, so man.
I am trying. Like, I have barbarian issues right now that are slowing me down.
Your
a little bit.
barbarian issues. What?
Yeah,
it's like 120 AD. The barbarian.
Well, here's the thing: is I only just got iron, and the barbarians have swordmen. So, you know, there's that critical sort of juncture where you don't want that to be the case. So I am fighting them back, and when I'm done killing them, I will be in a nice little position. Because I'll have a nice army. But yes, I had to divert my army that was heading to Japan to Japan to kill these barbarians. And kill them I am. There we go. There's one camp gone. What does lead do? Just like a luxury?
Oh man.
Yeah, it makes the water quality really nice and tasty.
makes the wine taste a little sweeter. We put it in everything.
Yeah.
Creates Generation X in your civilization that brings it to.
They say that there were studies that show that the introduction of certain water policies in North America resulted in a steep decline of serial killers. less lead in the water.
Wow, that's quite cool.
Literally, people think that the reason why the crime rate went down after the 1990s is because we started getting rid of the lead.
Yeah. Lead Lead does
That's
messed up
crazy.
stuff to humans.
And the
Yeah, well,
joke,
definitely.
It's such a common element or metal, but it does messed up stuff to us. Nystagmus, what does lead do to people?
causes brain damage.
Cause brain damage? How much do you need in your bloodstream to start being wacky?
Well, there's no such thing as a safe amount of lead.
There's no such thing as a safe amount of lead. You're saying, so, and it was water practices and gasoline practices that apparently, yeah, that apparently there used to be a lot of lead in our gas.
Oh yeah, and they got
doesn't
rid of
hurt
it, got rid
anybody.
of
That doesn't hurt anybody. Doesn't hurt anybody.
that. That's so
It's like,
dumb.
well, I don't know. I think it does. Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah. Can't. That's actually that's actually slander on the business. We're gonna sue you for saying that.
It's a problem with the one big issue with the free market, being able to spend money on lobbyists.
It's not really an issue of the free market. It's more of an issue
Well-
of people like immediately saying that money equals speech.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
How did that happen?
Corporations are people, Nystagmus.
Oh, now I remember too. The strategic resources in this game are super limiting as well.
They were like you. So if you have 2 iron, you can have two swordsmen. That's it.
Well, isn't that a bunch of trash?
Back in a second. 1 second.
Trash panda sandwich.
6 turns to make a quarry?
Is that too many?
It's ridiculous. You need 1,000 workers to build up this empire.
Sounds like a cool poem. I have a merchant, and they can construct a town. Built over a road that connects 2 cities. Double. Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. +2 production and gold if a trade route passes over this village. Okay. Okay, so there's a trade route. Establishing an embassy with Japan. Looks like China's made peace with Japan, so
So I was looking on Facebook Marketplace. Do you know what I found?
what?
A mint condition Crystal Charizard.
Nice.
They're asking for $26,000.
Wow. Are you gonna buy it?
No. What the hell?
Buy it. Buy it.
Buy
Get-
it. Buy
get-
it.
Yes,
really
I will.
drunk
I will
and
take
buy
out
it and
another.
then-
I'll take out a line of credit just to buy this stupid card.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Woohoo! Now I have a horseman.
Okay, I just built a town. Wow. What beautiful yields. Beautiful. So many hammers.
Oh dear, I've like missed my turn because I was doing a supermarket shop.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It has to be, it has to be checked out in a few turns.
Definitely
Oh
a skill
no!
issue.
Oh no! This
So I
is bad.
guess United States is war with Iran now.
Well, they bombed it.
Yeah, they don't actually declare war anymore, right? They just military operations. That's
Yeah,
what
it's called police action.
powers do. Police action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess they made it clear whose side they're on in preemptive conflicts. I saw a thing today that like it's like, okay, so we're starting to go to war here. Just to let everyone know, this is the dude that's responsible for our national security against terror. And some like 22-year-old punk. It's like, how is this allowed? There should be a certain like, I don't know, something that can stop that. I don't know. Executive power is stupid.
Many things are stupid.
A lot of things are stupid. But, you know, hiring inexperienced 22-year-olds for, like, national security, it's a different kind of stupid. Like, I don't care how smart you are. You could be the Dookie Howser of strategy. I just think that is too young to...
No, they should have access to every system in the world, every system in the US government. That's a really smart idea.
Kind of sounds
Well, 'cause,
like it sounds like you're protesting Dodge generated fraud. I guess you're a fraudster. That must
Must
make
be a
you.
fraudster.
Yeah, you must be a fraudster. If that's
must be fresh.
the only reason why you would do that.
Only people who have...
I was joking.
Obviously, we know you're joking.
Anyone see that new the new thing that SpaceX is doing? So they felt it was really inefficient for the ship to actually get off the launch pad and then explode. So they're gonna just skip that step altogether and have it just explode on the launch pad.
No regulations, right?
Oh, that's quite clever.
These are the advantages of not having regulations.
That's so clever.
Yeah, it is.
That's real genius.
I'm sorry, I just get mad at all these SpaceX fanboys who would if the SLS, which is NASA's like rocket, like was doing what Starship is doing right now, they would not shut up about how bad it was. Starship has done 8 flights and it hasn't succeeded in getting into low Earth orbit yet. So I don't know how you're supposed to put a positive spin on that. It was supposed to be able to move 100 tons into orbit. But so far, moved nothing. So, yay.
Well, as long as the American taxpayer is covering the bill, everything works. Oh, what a world. What a world. What a world.
Slowly improving all my happiness. Pretty good.
Are people starting to realize that you're not that bad? Oh, I just realized that one of my cities is unhappy. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Oh my god, the other thing that this thing. So when I'm trying to buy tiles, you have to click on buy tile every single time to buy a tile. It doesn't just stay.
Yeah, we're not playing with the improved UI, I think, today, because we had to disable that. So that's why. Yeah, we're not playing with the improved UI, but it's fine. That's why you can't production key properly. Oh my, there's so many barbs in this game.
It's the
Ooh,
gift that
that's
keeps on giving.
Like it could be like one tile in your empire where there's a little bit of space and then barb camp will spawn there, and that's happened to me. For God's sake. All right, where's the units I have?
Wow, like the yields that you get from mining and quarrying are like triple in some cases. That's what it looks like from what it would just be on otherwise. It's significant.
Okay, I'm almost out of last place.
You were for a little bit.
Yes.
You were for a little bit. Japan was like Tokyo, or sorry, Kyoto is like just a big city, but it like has no production, but lots of farming.
Also, China made a religion.
Yes, they did.
Chinese culture is now familiar to us. Oh dear, that's not good. Oh no, Chinese culture victory is coming.
Do something about it.
You do something about it. You're right next to them.
Yeah,
you,
well,
you,
but
you allowed them
I'm-
to invade Japan and help
their
them. Actually. You
buddy.
helped them.
I'm
Well,
their
that's not
buddy.
you're like they're gonna win. Doesn't matter if they
Well,
if
what
you're
am I
if
gonna
you're their
do?
buddy.
What am I-
If they win, you lose too.
They told me that if they win, that I win too.
Well, they lied. They lied to you,
What?
and you believed them.
How could they? How could they lie?
Because they want to win.
Oh, that actually it all kind of makes sense
It all
now.
makes sense.
Oh, more barbarians.
The story that definitely happened all makes sense.
It all makes sense now.
Well, I have to say the random old version of Vox Populi that said old stablest multiplayer does actually work pretty well. It's pretty stable, fair enough. It's more stable than Civ 6 is sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely more stable than the first one we used.
Well, yeah, that was probably just because I had a UI mod on, but we'll never know.
wasn't doing what we wanted it to, which was, you know, finishing the first turn. That was our goal.
It's modest.
It's a modest goal. But some would agree that asking too much, you know. This boat has nowhere it can go. Wow, open borders takes so long to get to that. You have to have civic service. Wow, civil service,
Civic service.
civic service, civic service.
The hell has happened? There's been an explosion of barbarians everywhere. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think maybe just every now and then the barbarians just go kapoof and explode everywhere.
What the hell is this?
Who the hell do you think you are?
It's cool how you can shoot stuff without walls in Civ 5. That's great.
Got all these barb boats that are trying to kill me.
Yeah, barbs like to bury old junk.
Someone in chat saying, I hear they're fixing Civ 7, but I don't know. I wish I never bought.
Oh, it's a tale, Darren. It's a tale
To be
that
fair,
we want
everyone
to not
buying
be
the game, they sold a lot of copies, right? Everyone buying the game is in a way good because it's given them the money to now. They have the money to now go away for a few years, and improve the game. And if no one had bought it in the first place, they wouldn't have that money.
Well, it was
And
it was long awaited, but it's, I think, you know, when your strategy is to have a well that you can return to that's trustworthy, you do want to make sure that asset still. But you're right. They could just.
Obviously, I mean, it should
well.
have been good in the first place, but you know.
But I think it's ultimately. I don't think they're at the point where it's like, oh, we have to abandon this, you know.
Well, exactly.
This 30-year-old franchise. But they do want you to buy the expansion, and you're not going to buy the expansion unless you know that the game's, you know, working the way it should.
Do you think the decision to like have that fourth age that's going to come in the expansion, I think that was a poor decision, because the game
That's
feeling
a
ending
very
the game
incomplete
ending in the 1940s is just like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel right for a new Civ game in 2025. Maybe like for Civ 5, fine, they might be able to go over it, but like, well, I mean, even Civ 5 launched with you know, further than that into the future, but you know, with 2025, no one wants a game that ends that early.
Well, but also, I think every Civ game, it's like a must that Science Victory going to Alpha Centauri is a win condition, like right away. not waiting.
Yeah.
Right away. That is like that I would argue that's not even part of the 33%. You know, it's like no. That's the 1%. Okay, 33, and the 1%. Always one of the win conditions has to be going to Alpha Centauri.
Those special requests. I've met Monaco. Okay. All of like, is this China or is it Japan? Oh, it's just China. Yeah, all of China's tiles are like burning. Interesting. There's no loyalty in this, so you can just put your city anywhere. It's kind of funny.
Well, I can tell that Brazil built the Great Wall.
Well, Japan should have done that.
They say, I hope the patch pans out. I have Founders, and I was so upset when it came out. I missed Missile Launcher from land. I am still mad that Ages take away all my money.
Yeah. I thought when I saw that update, I thought that the option to turn the Aegis thing off was like in it, but I guess I misread that. I was like, okay, good.
I do think the money point that Darren makes is a really good one though, because
yeah,
all your money gets taken away from age to age, but it doesn't even tell you like how, like what the formula is for that, or like like.
Wait, didn't we play recently?
At least if you knew like what the formula was, you could adapt to it.
But didn't we find out that you actually do get to keep some of your money now? I think one of the patches already fixed
that. You keep some of it, but there's like a formula, and like it's intentional. There's intentional reason why they keep a certain amount and they get rid of a certain amount. But we need some transparency on what that formula is. And also, I don't think they should delete your gold in the first place, but that's a different thing.
I don't know. There,
Oh no.
the
Oh,
humankind
no.
overtones
Oh.
is just like extreme for me. Oh my God, China is just running away.
And you're letting them?
Do you think there's anything I can do right now against China? They're double my power. Okay, I gotta get another
We
city
all need to
built.
stop China. China is just running away at this game. What do you mean, China? You're right to where I declare war. No, my units are not. My units, we mean no harm. We're merely passing through the area. Yes. We hope that is indeed the case. Yeah, fair. It is the case. Don't worry.
You should show them, attack them.
Oh my! The barbs are out of control. They're burning everything. Please have mercy. There are children here.
And Darren, I don't even know what they needed to do. The Civ 4 to Civ 5 was like really big change with the hex.
I think it was improvement though, having played.
It made it, yeah,
both.
it made sense. It's like, yeah, all right, interesting, all right, because I think a lot of people felt the stack was just silly. It was just a ridiculous thing, and then the addition of districts, and of culture, like making culture like technology, was really big. I think for Civ 5 to Civ 6, it's like, all right, this is like innovative, and yeah, it's going to take some time getting used to. 6 to 7, it really does feel like like Humankind. It really does. And it was like, I remember that being one of the biggest things I didn't like about Humankind, was what, at first I was like, oh, this is an interesting novelty. And then it was like, no, I don't like this. I don't like that I have to like completely, but you could forgive it because Humankind is Humankind. Humankind is new.
Yeah.
It was like, you could forgive it because there's like, okay,
They were trying a new idea, yeah.
Yeah, it's a new game, new idea. Sure.
Well,
right,
I think the unfortunate thing is they came up with the idea before Humankind. That's what they said. So, like, it was already too late. When Humankind released and nobody liked it, they were already halfway to making Civ 7.
And I don't know about that timeline, maybe.
It feels like a 28 days later plot where it's like, it's too late.
Totally.
The virus has already escaped. The rage virus is now... It's quite funny because in 28 weeks later, the virus, they obviously try and like have you watched 28 weeks later, the same was?
No.
Okay, well, it's not done directed by Danny Ball, but for whatever dumb reason, it's 28 weeks later, and like all the zombies have died of starvation 5 weeks in, so they're like, right, we can re-enter the UK, and re-establish a colony. And of course, it all goes wrong, like very predictably, because there's like one zombie, there's like one person who's like infected, but like they're like a carrier. And then so they spread it to everybody who they find through like these children breaking out to find their mom, and it turns out that the mom is the infected carrier. But anyway, in the end of that,
but it doesn't affect her.
Yeah, as I was saying, asymptomatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
sorry,
anyway.
You said asymptomatic. Apologies.
Yeah. I forgot what the point I was trying to make, but like basically, what point was I trying to make? But yeah, the virus breaks out to Europe at the end. But then in 28 years later, they actually retcon that and start off at the beginning by saying France successfully fought back the virus, so they could keep it in the UK. Yeah.
I just found out it's very interesting that Civ does like to change the icons for like no reason, right? Like here, food is represented by apples, and before it was Civ 4 was represented by bread. And
Hungry
then in
for
Civ,
Well, yeah,
apples?
the bread was terrible. Though. It was like, that was a meme.
and then Civ 6 they changed it to corn.
No, yeah. What's in Civ? It's still corn in Civ 7, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think the icons are all exactly the same in Civ 7.
They should have gone for like nachos or something in Civ 7.
Nachos.
I don't know. So they should have tried something else.
Nachos.
Fish could have worked. Well, that would have been a bit confusing, but still.
But we'll have to see how the
Pears,
patch
bananas.
goes, right? Like the again, we're kind of spoiled right now these days and age when it comes to games, because now games can be like fixed. Like they if they wanted
Well,
to,
even
they,
by modders, yeah.
yeah. But no, but even then, like they can even change the game so much at a time in the same game when it came out, right? But
Yeah,
if you had
exactly.
N64
Like Civ 5.
and you bought GoldenEye ain't changing. Odd Job is always not going to be targeted by the auto target, and that ain't changing, no matter how much you want it to.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
patch.
it's so much better when you can have the continuous improvement. It's
No
so
patch
much
for
better.
a cartridge.
And so that is kind of cool that we can do that now, right? They can still respond and change things. And the fact that they can do that, I think, like, and this is me seeing everything's glass half full. Okay, so sue me for being optimistic, but it
I'm gonna
allows
sue you for being optimistic.
but it allows for people to feel safe to experiment with stuff, because then they can
Yeah,
always
that's
backtrack
fair.
if they have to, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Right? Like, oh, if it doesn't work out, okay, we'll change it then. It's fine. Right?
Well, exactly, yeah, exactly.
So I
Which
wanted
is
them to
a better
experiment.
way of making games.
And they did change a lot in the game. They could have just made, like, again, when they made this Final Fantasy VII remake, right? They could have just made it better with better graphics, and they would have sold like 1 trillion units anyway, right? But they changed the combat system. They changed the story. I gotta give credit where credit's due.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I mean, ultimately, they can just turn it into a Civ 6 that has better graphics, right?
They absolutely could, and it's one of those.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do to Revolution? I think though, the choice to make it like Humankind, that was, I don't know how well thought out that was, because it is like exactly like Humankind.
Nah, it's not exactly like Humankind.
No, but no. I mean that one component, the transition, is exactly like Humankind. Like exactly. You get to a point at the end of the Age of Antiquity, whatever you want to call it, that ancient era, and you switch into, and you can choose another Civ to go into, and you are basically starting a new game. Like that's what Humankind did.
No, but there wasn't a transition, right?
Humankind, there was.
Not really.
Yeah, there was.
It was
You
way
stopped at the end.
it was way softer than what it does in Civ.
Oh, by the way, I realized it's actually like quite late and I have to go. Probably next turn. By the way, we'll do one more
Okay.
turn. But I've really enjoyed this actually. Bit of nostalgia playing Civ 5.
Some of the old faces.
It's suddenly the graphics are so much better than Civ 4. I can tell you that.
That is accurate.
It actually was revolutionary for the time. The graphic update from one Civ to another, the jump is actually ridiculous. Like it's almost like 2 Civs worth jump of graphics in one Civ.
Well, but
And
like
Civ 5 as well
4
is made on the same engine as Civ 4. Made on the same engine, and it looks this much better.
I think
Same technology.
with the fewer tiles, I think you have more room to maneuver, right? Because based on hexagons to squares, you don't have as many tiles, and the game works really well. I think that gives you more room to maneuver.
Missionary. What the hell does this do? Conduct diplomatic mission.
Yeah, I got one of those. You can send them to city-states.
What the hell?
You can send them to other civs, I believe.
Show someone to the Cygnus.
You can send them to Stagmus.
What does it actually do?
I've been in a golden age. Nice.
Alright.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. We're gonna play next. Well, we're gonna play maybe this game next week or something like that, and then wait, and then
Yeah, we
push
can.
it
Yeah,
to- Like I don't know.
Yeah, we can continue this. I'm enjoying it enough.
Right, I'll let
Enjoying it
Roman
enough.
Holiday
I
will
think
save the
though,
game.
I definitely think that over the summer we should do a round of Beyond Earth. I'd like to get takes on it.
Maybe. Maybe.
It's a very interesting game, and this is also why I think we should examine it. Between Civ 5 and Civ 6, they made their experiment game, and they used to do this. They would make between the generations, they'd make like Colonization was an example, an experiment where they would try out some new concepts that wasn't technically, it's not like Civ 5.5 or whatever, right? It's Civ Beyond Earth. And they did this with Civ 2. After Civ 2, they did Civ Alpha Centauri. I got a copy. I have a signed copy. Have I showed you guys this? Yeah, look at that. Yeah. It's signed to Zozo, Get Civilized, Sid Meier. Yeah. Yeah. Sid Meier. Okay? Sid Meier. That's right. That's right. I met Sid Meier. I shook his
civilized.
hand. I had a 20-minute conversation with him. Anyways, there was a lot of really interesting things they tried in it's still a Civ game. And yeah, I think it would be like it'd make for a really good conversation, but I think also maybe that's what they should have done for Civ 6 to Civ 7. Made even if it like doesn't have to be Beyond Earth 2, but made like that game where they try these things out and see what works and what doesn't work. But they went full force into the 7.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely good to like experiment and then based on that experimentation implement the best things into the next Civ game. Definitely.
Are you all going to still do the Civ show like the past? How do you mean? Like how it used to look? One day when I get my hands on it.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Civ Give.
I thought he meant the Civ
The
give.
Civ Give.
Yeah.
The Civ Give. Yes, we're gonna try. Why do you think it'll do well? A lot of it's gonna be dependent on is there a way to show other people the game? Is there an easy spectator mode?
All right, I'm gonna save this game now.
Okay, I just founded a religion.
I don't care. You can do it next time.
Right, we can go back to the opening scene
If you
here.
do Civ 6, I don't know. It's a tricky thing, Darren. To do Civ 6 for Civ Give, I think I don't know. That could be the beginning of the end, in my opinion. Just like because we gotta press forward. So it's pending. We're figuring it out.
Do you know what my most recent Civ 5 saves were from? 2016. That's how long I haven't played this game for. That's crazy. I still have them though.
Okay, so you already saved it, right? So I'll find my
Yeah, yeah.
religion the next time we play. Okay.
Yeah. Takes a while to do that anyway,
So closing thoughts, Nystagmus.
I gotta practice more of this game. Not used to it. Kind of suck.
Become a full-time Civ 5 channel now.
Yeah.
I'll go next since I'm just below holiday. I always enjoy a little nostalgia, having a little taste. As much as I like to complain about Civ 5, this was especially after the last time we played Civ 4. It's interesting to see all the various improvements and to see the progression of how we get from trial and error from one game to the next.
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting,
exactly.
sure, to explore this. I really think that we would have an amazingly excellent game trying out Beyond Earth before trying Civ 6, because there are a lot of things in there that are Civ 6-esque, and I think it's a fascinating way to experiment. And then who knows? Maybe we'll play some Civ 6.
But that's like the whole point of this, though, is to look back at the
Yeah.
previous Civ games
Exactly.
and find the very best bits that could potentially be in Civ 7, basically.
And I think too, it's just to understand. It's sort of
Understand, and remember what
the
they were like.
choices made, and and see maybe we can get into the mind of where
I
Civ
think it's
7's
also to
going.
remember what the game felt like as well. Like, because Civ
Yeah.
5 feels really good, and it's hard to explain why, but it's just the combination of all the small things make the game feel good.
Yeah, well, because Civ 4 brought about a lot of interesting ideas, but it had its own whoa, crazy stuff in it. And even this one, it refined so many things, and you can feel that it is an improvement from Civ 4, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For absolutely sure, you can feel
100%.
that. So for lots of different reasons that we've already mentioned today. So
Which makes me happy, because all the people that you say Civ 4 is the best game, I disagree with them, and I can confidently say I didn't waste all my time playing Civ 5 when I should have been playing Civ 4.
Well,
Yeah.
I still think there are some things that I want to see come back from older games too. Like one,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
really want to see the spherical world again. Like I just want to see that. In Civ 4 you can zoom out, it turns into the planet, you can zoom around. and
That's
stuff
actually
like
the best feature, genuinely.
that.
That's huge, and the clouds and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff.
Globe view.
And so yeah, just some things that obviously it's not huge to the game. It's not gonna make or break it for me or anything like that. But yeah, just some stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's good to revisit some of these older Civs just to kind of see what we felt worked, what we felt didn't. And maybe that helps us make predictions on how they're gonna patch Civilization 7 to kind of bring it up. And again, I know that it's
Definitely.
not exactly a hot take. Oh, I disagree. Civ 3 was the best game. Oh.
No, I know. He says I disagree too. Civ 3 was the best games. I'm not sure if he means that, but if you're saying that, that's criminal. I disagree.
I saw the LOL afterwards, clearly joking around.
Yeah.
And so
don't flame us like that.
Yeah, I remember in the Discord. Riddick Acidic was saying that he thought he was good at Civ 4, and then he saw a death stack of Kesh eggs show up and kill him, and he wasn't even on the highest difficulty. And so yeah, just to kind of see that, and then again, I still think we're lucky in the sense that they can still change the game and make it because there are some things that Civ 7. I know we kind of talked about things that doesn't do well, but there are some things that Civ 7 I think does that. Some of the changes that they did right. One is the combat system. I just think it's so much better. In terms of tactics, strategics, not as bad. It's harder to kind of do that, but tactically, oh my god, it's so much nicer to have the commanders and all that stuff too, right? So.
All it took was making a land carrier. That's all they had to do. They made a land carrier that carried around forces like you would aircraft carrier, carrying around planes. And I'm not even saying a land boat. Nope, it's a land carrier.
And so they just got to change some of the other ways that they they make it so that it feels a little bit more sandboxy, than I guess like on rails, as people like would say. But I don't think it would be wrong for them to kind of have things be turned on and turned off, because that adds to replayability. Like, oh, you haven't played with Legacy Pass for like a year, let's turn them back on and see what they feel like again, kind of thing, right? I think that's not necessarily an admission that it's a bad mechanic. It's an admission that it's a mechanic that could be fun to play like a couple times, but it's not like a forever mechanic that you always want on.
But
right?
that's also a problem because it's a central mechanic to the game, right?
Yeah, but I'm always in favor of adding more options to change things, because like, why not give people the choice? Unless it's gonna like maybe hide it behind like an advanced options menu, because it doesn't overwhelm the average casual player.
You're talking about making it into
still,
like a game mode, though, right? Like, that's.
Well, no, you can customize it to your liking.
I know.
But yeah, no, I do agree that the default experience should be better, but still, yeah.
Well, the way I'll do this is, anyone here still play vanilla Civ 6?
No.
Because I think we can all agree that vanilla Civ 6 is a totally different game than all the other game modes and stuff that have been added.
Well, yeah, what you mean, like without any DLC?
Yeah, like even just game like the Civ show. Did we ever not have game modes on once they were introduced?
Usually we did for like to have anytime we wanted spectator mode on, we would have no game modes. But yeah, once they started, we usually have always one or two. Yeah,
I think that we had default 3. We had monopolies and corporations. We would have barbarian clans, and we would have secret societies almost always.
Yep.
And that like completely changes the game.
It does. It does. It absolutely does.
The only one we didn't like a lot was the zombie apocalypse mode, because we tried to make it like crazy and it just wouldn't do it. It's so weird. But yeah, UI things can be fixed. Game modes can be added or subtracted, changed, and stuff like that.
I think the main problem with the game is the eras, and it is the main, like, that's the main what they want. You can't mode that, right? Like, the game grinds to a halt and then you start the next one.
I mean,
I sent that video.
Anyway,
I think that video hit it on the head, that the assumption that people want to finish the game, that was incorrect. I never finished. I very rarely. I would say 90% of games of Civ I played, I didn't finish. You know, it would get to a point where like, all right, I'm done with this game. I'd like to start another one. I don't need to see an end screen.
So then,
I think most players are like that.
So then why are you all upset that they don't go to past 1940? I
have not even played Civ 7 past the second era.
I'm just saying, like, if it's such a big deal that they don't go past 1940, but then no one wants to finish the game. Then...
Okay, but do you hear what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I lose my interest in the game.
I can count on one hand how many times I've actually played to the modern era in Civ 6.
In Civ 6, usually that's about when but like this is the mechanic of the game is designed that the game abruptly ends at the end of the Antiquity era and then abruptly ends at the end of the Medieval era or Exploration era, and to start the next. I've not gone past the second era.
You know, it could be a cool formula.
I've lost interest in the game.
If you get like a golden age, then maybe they can make the transition like smooth.
I think that what they would need to do is have that the transition, to make it smooth, it's like little incremental choices that you make so that the game doesn't stop. The game should never stop. And it's just, as you approach the end of an era, they can show how you're progressing into the next era with little things, decisions that you're making, but it should never actually have the game grinds to a halt and that a new game starts. That's what they would have to do. That is still a linear progression that I'm going from.
So just take away the things that happen, and then. But I still want crises. I like crises.
Crises are great. Crises are great. They just you can't have that the game stops. So if they could somehow figure out a way that instead of the sudden halt, it's more of a slower transition, and yeah, maybe you lose some things and you gain some things, and make it like that it's a flowing story. Maybe it's a cultural shift among your people, and now we have this new way of doing things that happens over the course of
the easiest thing to do would just make it cosmetic. right? Like you age transition, very little changes other than you can select a new civ, right? That gives you new abilities in that era, in that age, but you don't lose your gold, you don't lose your
I
armies, you don't lose your towns or
I would
cities.
I would say what they should do if they wanted to do that is take a look. This is a mod, okay? Roman Holiday smiling. This is a mod from Civ 4 called Civ Realism. They should take a page out of that book because in Civ Realism you get to a point where this other civilization, it's an alternate civilization. So for the Americans, for instance, you start as England, and then suddenly the American Revolution starts, and this massive army appears in North America. And Britain in Civ Realism usually would always you are in the best position to get to beeline to North America before anyone else can. So you would suddenly this empire appears, and you have two choices: you can fight them or you can become them. But it's all in game. It doesn't stop all of a sudden. It's all in game, and that's a mod you can still play. Civ 4, Civ Realism, have that. That's the case. That if you want to have this transition, okay, and then you get the choice. Do you want to fight this change into this other civ, and remain, the Indian Empire or whatever, or do you want to become them, and now you can rip apart your old civ and have fun with this new one? Make it more like that. Then it's part of the game. The game doesn't stop.
So
There's
it's
still
a choice.
flow. It's a choice
Yeah,
that you're still making.
and it changes per civ, so it's not forced for everybody. It's like for you, it's for you as an individual when it happens.
When it happens, it happens, and maybe it happens twice in the game, maybe it happens once in the game, and maybe you can turn it off entirely. But if you want to have like do something like that, and then we're still playing Civ, it's still that linear. I start at 4000 BC and I end in 2025 or 2050. It's still one continuous story, and there's just these parts that are this was really hard, but the game keeps going. It doesn't stop. Boom. I think if they did that, we would have a great game. Anyways, yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Well, one day when I'm a developer at the community liaison officer, when I'm a community liaison officer for fun and good times, working in Baltimore, sure. Okay, so I think next week we're gonna continue this game. It looks like. So yeah, join us next week. I don't think we're gonna raid. We don't really do that these days. It's no one's on at this exact time that the five of us that are here watching today would want to go and raid. So yeah, that's it, right, guys?
Yeah,
we're good.
Save one next week.
All right. Well, thank you for the convo there, Darren, as well, and we hope that we'll see you next week. That's it for us.